Hey, it's the nerdy sports fan. So, the draft's in the books. And now teams are going to start going about the grim business of telling people they're getting the axe. Yeah, there's a handful of teams out here that are really tight against the cap, and they've got to start, either restructuring contracts or cutting people or trading people in order to make sure that they've got all their ducks in a row salary cap wise. So the Chiefs are no stranger to this. They had the most expensive roster in the league last year. Gee, I wonder why they won the Super Bowl. So they made win now moves and they won. Okay. Well, now it's the next year, and you got to start thinking about paying the best player in the National Football League the most money out of any player in the National Football League. And you also got to find a way to pay Chris Jones. So with Mahomes and Chris Jones contract situations looming, and the fact that currently the roster is almost $19 million over the cap, yeah, we got to make some changes. Because I understand the roster is not the size that it's going to be at the end, and not all these contracts are counting against the actual salary cap figures. But if you don't start thinking about this stuff now, extending Chris Jones and extending Pat Mahomes aren't going to happen right. So the team is definitely thinking about this. Now, there's a handful of moves that, two moves that I think are pretty obvious, and one that I'm a bit iffy on. But for me, Daniel Sorensen is likely getting the axe. Okay, as a safety, playing for a team that's definitely not known for its defensive secondary play. I get it. The defense was a hell of a lot better in the latter half of last year, and defensive secondary was a big boost to that. Well, this team won because of offense, period. So safety is just not an extremely important position for this team in the way it's constructed. So I think Sorensen is on his way out, especially considering he's making $4 million a year and he's going to be a free agent in 2021. Now, the running back room is another place you look for. Obviously, they drafted the guy who's supposed to be the workhorse. As much as I don't necessarily agree with Clyde Edwards-Helaire being the pick at that point, they do, and that's all that matters. They think that he is the running back of the future, and he very well may be. So Damian Williams is probably out of a damn job. All right? As a running back, again, another guy who's going to be a free agent in 2021. This guy's making $2.5 million a year. They need that money. I'm sorry, your $2.5 million is going into Pat Mahomes' pocket. So you're getting the boot and peddle your wares elsewhere. Okay? That's how it works. It's the grim realities of this league. There's a lot more that needs to happen financially, though, in order to make both Mahomes and Jones work going forward. Because they're obviously far more important to this team than other players on the roster. So my thought was you got to look at Eric Fisher's contract. You got to look at what the hell's going on there. All right, this guy never lived up to the number one overall pick billing. Okay? I'm sure there's not really a hell of a lot of die-hard Eric Fisher fans, but even fans of the guy aren't going to tell you that he's one of the best tackles in the league. And he's making $12 million a year. I'm sure you can find a way to get as good a left tackle play for a lot less money. Sure of it. And I think they are too. Because why else are you going to be drafting Lucas Niang? I get it. He's not a first round pick. He's not a second round pick. The guy's a fourth round pick. But Eric Fisher wasn't a lock day one starter in his rookie year. And he was the number 1 overall pick. All right? He had serious hurdles his first few years to get over before he became average at his position. So, replacing him with a 4th round rookie, that's not crazy to me. Not at all crazy to me. Look, I'm not a Chiefs fan, all right? I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. And they've got Deion Dawkins as their left tackle. He wasn't a 1st round pick. I don't think he was a 2nd round pick. I'm pretty sure he was a 3rd rounder. They liked him. I liked Lucas Niang. I liked Niang coming out of college. I think he's going to be a solid player. And that's all you need when you have a fast offense. Very fast offense. Okay, fastest in the league offense. With a quarterback that's mobile. And by the way, can make throws from arm angles that were previously thought mathematically impossible. So the play of the offense, the design of it, along with the talent of your quarterback, are going to make the offensive line play look better than it actually is anyway. So giving an overpriced left tackle that never really lived up to the billing the boot in favor of a relative no-name, it makes sense to me. Pat Mahomes did better out of the pocket than he did in the pocket. He was pressured. He was absolutely pressured. He just did extremely well with the pressure. So I don't think his protection from the left tackle position is at as high a premium as it used to be because he's mobile and because he does so well outside of the pocket. You need that up the middle pressure to be snuffed out. That's why Matt Paradis got himself a good deal. So tell me what you guys think. Tell me if you think I'm off my rocker for suggesting Eric Fisher's making too damn much money. I want to know. Hit me up in the comments. All right? Check out my other videos because the Chiefs aren't the only team out there that's in financial dire straits. And hit me up on Instagram. I'm not as active there as I am here, but I'm there. And, you know, I've got a Patreon out now. Most of my content, especially during the season, is fantasy football related. And I'm pretty good at it. So if you need help setting your big board, setting your draft priorities, setting your week-to-week lineup, I'm your man. Thanks for watching, guys.